Hello, me hearties. A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and I thought I'd pop up and just say a very big hi to every single one of you. See how you are, see what you're up to. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Scottie McClue is live, of course. This is TikTok's top talk show, and it's very important that everybody comes and joins us and follows, of course. So tell 10 to tell 10. Scottie the Goat has just joined us, and Lee's joined us as well. Lovely to hear from you. Do tell us where you're watching from, of course, though I think that's very important too. So there we go. And also, we've got lots of exciting things to tell you. So we never troll, we never scroll. We get on there, we find out Scottie McClue's live, and we tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. So get yourself going there. Get your fingers going. Strom's joined us. Michael's just joined us. Lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome. Just coming up to 6 o'clock in the evening, of course, and that's quite a good time. I know a lot of you will be sitting down to your tea, to your meal. We call it your tea in Scotland. So they are. But Greenwich Mean Time in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, it's just coming up to 6 o'clock, a couple of minutes away. So there we go. So tell 10 to tell 10. North by North's just joined us. Teddy's just joined us. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo. That's what I say. Never scroll, never trolls. Scottie McClue, just for you, saying Dinky-Doo. Very, very important, I can tell you. So there we go. Liam's just joined us as well. We like that. That's very good. Very good to have Liam with us. So make sure that everybody knows you are the one that I say to you. We go live. I should be going live at a regular time, of course, so that you always know when Scottie McClue is live. Robert's just joined us. Hi, Robert. How lovely to have you with us, and a big Dinky-Doo to you. That's what it's all about. Johnny joined us as well. Hello, Johnny. Dinky-Doo from Scottie McClue. Dinky-Doo Lilies, Scottie McClue. So there you are. Now, good evening, Scottie. Dinky-Doo to you, Robert. A very good evening to you. Lovely to have you with us. Where are you watching from, Robert? Guys, see when you're coming on, tell me where you're watching from. That makes it a lot more fun. Robert Mackenzie's been giving you there. Scott says, hi, son. How are you? Scott, son. I'm absolutely fine, son, thanks. Watching from Belfast. That's the stuff. Now we are talking. We love Belfast. I've just put up a little video with my Belfast joke. You'll like it. So there it goes there. A chap goes into a bar in Belfast and it says, do you serve shorts? She says, we serve all the big companies round here. Belfast, Dinky-Doo, lovely, lovely Delbert. How nice to hear from you. And there is Damien in Balloch. We're in Balloch. Looking good, says Scott. Thank you, Scott. You're very, very kind to me. I could do with a shave, but as you know, my skin gets irritated easily. Aberdeen, there's Magdy's fit like. Who's your do's, Mark? I tell you, that's what it's about. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so far about you. Now, what have we got here? There's Pauline and Julia have just joined us as well. Lovely. There we are. What a stupendously stylish man you are. You're so very, very kind, James. Miss you on the radio, says Scott. Scott, I actually missed the radio as well because there was never anything I said or did to preclude me from doing radio. I just think that they would rather just play the music now. They don't want the talk shows. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. Aha! Up the Royal Artillery, sir. Rock. We salute the Royal Artillery. Good man. Dinky-Doo, Scottie, there's Kareem. Wonderful. And Kareem, you've just given me something because you've got the number 3 gifter badge. How good is that? Is this a good time, or is everybody going out to the football? What's actually happening, I ask you? Dinky-Doo. Yes, indeed to you. How good's that? I tell you. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Can you set notifications, Kareem? I know I'm always asking this. Can you set notifications on TikTok to say, come and join us on the TikTok? Do you have a plan for Halloween? Well, I love Halloween because it's the one night of the year I don't have to dress up. See what I just did there? And we told a scary story on the live on Saturday night. So look up my live on Saturday night. Yes, let me know, Scottie. Excellent, Kareem. Right, everybody set a notification. Please let me know when Scottie McClue goes live. Yay, I tell you. Where is it, Kareem? Is it up in the old settings? Scottish Girls just joined us. Shirley has joined us. Shirley, lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky-doo to you, I say to you. Yes, indeed, tell 10 to tell 10. Scrolling by, Scottie, just thought I'd drop in and say hello. I saw one of your clips, Mark. You're very kind. Thank you. Follow us if you can, guys. So there we are. We need lots and lots of followers. Everyone on TikTok should be following Scottie McClue. There's no excuse not to. No excuse. I went to a party on Saturday, and your voice and your bonnet was amazing. I thank you, Odd Job. Dinky-Doo. Your hat's amazing, Odd Job. Quite dangerous if somebody didn't know what they were doing. There we are. I love this. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. That means the wee trolls, the wee middens, have been booted down the swanny. We like that, I tell you. Sigma, Caden. So there we go. Now that's the stuff. We shall see what is what. Yes, big words, I say. Yes, Scottie, T the top. Subscribe and put notification for all. Good one, Kareem. Right, folks. Up to the top. And how do you follow, Kareem? Is it still you put the plus? There we go. I tell you. Everybody come and join us as soon as we possibly can. Very, very, very busy tonight. That's what we like. It's fantastic. You're from the Highlands, West Lothian, Armadale. I know Armadale well. No, I'm not from the Highlands. I'm a West Coast man, though. Hello, good sir. Nana. How lovely to have you with us, good sir. Yes, somebody's not followed set notifications for all. Yep, right. Now, who have we got here? Good evening, mate. Good evening, Pitias. Pitias, I tell you. Tell us a joke, big man. Yes, I limped into the doctor and he said, gout. I said, I've just arrived in. See what I just did there? All right, wee man, how is it going? Neza, you must be some size if I'm the wee man. I tell you. Do you support Rangers? Everybody supports Rangers to a greater or lesser extent. You see? Did you know Ricky Fulton, Scottie? I did, Rally, and he was a lovely, lovely man. And his wife, Kate. I knew Kate because we'd worked in ITV, you see. How do we do, Scottie McClue? TT, how lovely to hear from you. Welcome. I say to you, yes, Rangers. Yes, Lewis. And everybody supports Celtic to a greater or lesser extent. You see, Olivia says, you used to teach me drama. Lovely, Olivia. I hope I was a good teacher. I tell you. Tony's just joined us. Keith has joined us as well. Lovely to have you with us, Keith. Welcome, welcome. If you've just joined us, folks, everybody get following. So important. Richard Tanner, you are such a kind, kind man. Every time you arrive, the first thing you do is send me gifts. And you know you don't actually have to do that. I tell you. What's the Live Fest? Should I be joining that right now? Where have you been? Bring back Scott FM. I'm dressing up as Ginger Spice for Halloween. So they're Ginger Spice. Very nice. I've got the Union Jack dress. Oh, Thomas, you'll be a wow. I tell you. What other Scottish comedians, actors did you know, Scotty? All of them pretty well. You know, I haven't had the privilege of actually meeting Billy Connolly. We did actually outsell his video once, the Scottie McClue video. Outsold Billy. But I'd love to meet Billy. I've not had the privilege of meeting Kevin Bridges. I think he's outstanding. And I haven't had the privilege of meeting Frankie Boyle. But I've met so many actors and comedians. And, of course, trained with a lot of them. Chris says TTFM. TTFM, Chris. So lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky-doo. Guys, is this a good time to pop up? Whoa, join my team. Somebody's just sent me a beautiful gift. A heart me. It's Richard. Richard Tanner. Yes, a very, very kind man. Thank you for my gift. Paul's just joined us. Butler's just joined us. Dinky-doo. Stewartry. Wonder, are you from the Stewartry? Does anybody know where the Stewartry is? I can tell you. Dinky-doo McClue. Stewarty. Oh, it's Stewarty. There's the Stewartry. Stewarty. See if you can tell me about that. Dinky-doo to you as well. Hello, Scotty, love you. I'm in the city centre in Glasgow. Sweet cheeks, what are you doing? Make sure everybody's listening to Scottie McClue. Turn it up on the phone, on the train, in the shops. Rangers here too, but I don't hate Celtic. Never hate anything. If you hate something, you're shutting off an avenue of learning. Do not do that. It's not good for you. Scotty, the budget is looming. I know, Kareem. And you can tell that just ordinary working folk are going to get done. There we are. Once they give you all the chat, I'll tell you one to watch out for with politicians when they go, let me be quite clear. That means they're about to obfuscate. All right? Do you see what I just did there? Good one, eh? I can see you in a movie. I think so, Alex. Would I make a good baddie in the movie? You know, when you just sort of stare at it and say, nobody steals from me. Do you understand? I tell you, what's half of 99? Ooh, half of 99. Now, we talked about this one day. Is it not 49 and a half? I tell you, exactly. There we are. Churchill in a movie. Yeah, I've just uploaded one. Did you see it? Guys, see if you're fed up with television and you want to see really high-quality movies, go on to Scottie McClue Talk Show on YouTube. Just shout it at your Alexa. Go, Alexa, play Scottie McClue Talk Show on YouTube. And she goes, getting that for you. Getting that for you. Say, thank you, Alexa. Make us a wee hot chocolate as well, Hen, will you? You know, but that doesn't work. She goes, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Now then, good evening, pal. Good to see you again. Tam, it's always good to see you. Pop in to say a quick hi. And thank you for your lovely gifts, Tam. A very kind man. Oh, I'm wrong. 0.3.333333. Yes, I tell you. Now, who have we got here? Ricky's just joined us. Dinky-doo, Ricky, lovely to have you with us. Never scroll, never troll. If you see Scottie McClue, always say to yourself, Dinky-doo, I'm hanging about with this guy. So there we are. Ricky the Dicky says he's bald. And he says something else. I don't think you should be confessing to that, Ricky. Oh, dear. Anyway, what we'll do, we'll just block you. There we are. Fantastic. That's that done. So he's gone. Evening from Greenock, Scotty. God bless you all. I tell you. Yes, indeed. Guys, just always remember, anybody like that half-wit that came up there, that Ricky, gone, you know. I tell you. I thought I'd everything. So there we are. Right, Ralph. See where you're coming from there. Won't tell that one. But I can see where you're coming from. And we won't ban you just because in the right place, that might be funny. Garima says, I've had too many whiskies. Well, don't have too many whiskies if you know Scottie McClue's coming on, because you need to have your wits about you. I tell you. Who have we got here? Boydie's just joined us, Dinky-Doo. He's still a Rangers fan. Well, everybody's a Rangers fan to a greater or lesser extent. Also a big Celtic fan too. So you can do both. I think maybe a lot of Glaswegians haven't sussed that, but you do need two Scots and two Tammies with the Tory. Scottie for First Minister. Kareem, I thank you. Yes, indeed. Do you think I'd be able to carry that one off? And the buried Alex this afternoon. But there'll be a big memorial service, I tell you. It's very sad because that man was an absolute chieftain. There we go. And I loved his style. When they were trying to get him into the House of Lords to neutralise him, you know, he's going there. The rocks would melt with the sun before they'd get me in that place. Rangers all the way, says Karima. What about Rangers half the way and Celtic the rest of the way? Have you thought about that? Scottie, you'll get us independence quick and support the monarchy. Look, Kareem, independence is the easiest thing in the world to get. What you have to do, and I'm going to tip you the wink here, right? What you have to do is make it apolitical, make it economic. So look, we're changing. We're going to dump this Barnett formula because that's just a con. That's just a way to get Scotland robbed blind. You know, you don't give your auntie all your wages and then say any chance of a wee bit back for a half pint of warm beer. So what you need to do, everybody in Scotland following the monarchy 100%. No ifs or buts, right? That's that done. Then the unionists can't say, oh, no, we support the Crown. You go, well, so do we. So you're in there, you're in business. Then you get the currency sorted, pegged to sterling, pound, Scots. Sorted. That's that one done. Yeah? And you go on about half a dozen things like that. The time's not right. The time is always right. Oh, but look at the problems we've had with the Scottish government taking their eye off the ball because they want independence. No. Independence will put all that right. So there you are. I tell you. Aye, what's good, Scottie? Chris, I'm just telling them. I'm apolitical, as you know. Now, fantastic. Who have we got here? Aye, what's good, Scottie? Everything, Chris. This whole pop-up, broadcast, live stream, whatever. Guys, I need about 50 followers right now. So get following as soon as you possibly can. That's what it's all about, I tell you. There we go. Lee's just joined us as well. Night-night, says Scott. Scott, night-night. Scott, are you in Australia? Are you off to Bobo's? I tell you. Scottie, what's your thoughts on Starmer? Well, I wouldn't give any thoughts now on any politician. I'm kind of scunnered with the whole thing. You know, we had austerity for 18 years with the Tories. Then we get another guy coming in telling us how tough it's going to be for the next few years. Come on, let's get a politician that goes in there and goes, there's plenty of money. We'll try and get back money we gave to all the jokers and all that sort of stuff. And there's plenty of money and we'll start to divvy it up with the people. We'll cut your tax, all that. As soon as we cut your national insurance, you know, whatever. And that's where we'll be making cuts. Cut the price of fuel. Yeah, up the money. Have you met Donald Trump, says Chris? No, but I have in my day followed him on his journey, and I'm pretty sure he'll be the man next week. You know, so there you are. Scots in Canada. Wow, we love it. Thank you, Chris, for that. So there we go. How amazing is that? Now, Jock's Trap. Yes. Is that anything to do with the Von Traps? There was like a Scottish Von Trap. I tell you. There's Karima goes, a spanner. Yes, what are you doing? Are you trying to disconnect something? I tell you. Get following as soon as you can. I'm in Canada just now. Says Irvin's Finest. We love you in Canada. Are you having a nice time? That's what I want to know. Are you having a nice time in Canada? Guys, can everybody share this? Agreed, Scotty. Trump gets in, should be assured. Beautiful. You're loving it, Irvin's Finest. I do like that, you know. And when you're Irvin's Finest, I take it you'll remember the Magnum Centre. Stuff like that. I'm in a really exotic place right now. It's called Rutherglen. Chris, I used to go on holiday to Rutherglen just for a week because I loved the beach and everything, you know. There's Nigel, who describes himself as the Rab C. Nisbet. Oh, right, Nigel, we kind of get the idea of what you're like there. I played ice hockey for the Magnum Flyers. Whereabouts are you in Canada? Because I was thinking, do you know the Winnipeg Jets? How amazing is that? Dinky-Doo, everybody. Lovely to have you with us. If you've just joined us, a very, very warm welcome. Never scroll, never troll. Who have we got? Nigel says, you. What about me, Nigel? So there we have it. Oh, I see where you are, Irvin's Finest. Yes, indeed. Just up from Barrie, right? I know where you are. Yes, indeed. How marvellous. Rab you. Oh, don't rab us. You know, we've been rabbed enough by Westminster. I tell you, Nigel. So there you are. So, Nigel, what do you do with your Rabsy Nisbet? Have you got, like, the bandaged head? Are you a bit of a rough diamond? That's what we're wondering. David's just joined us. A very warm welcome, David. How lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo from Scottie McClue. Hello, Scotty. Hello. Are you Dinky-Doo? So good to have you with us. Guys, I need another 50 followers ASAP. So if you haven't followed, get up to the top left. Now, I've got 3,000 likes. Let's see how many we can get. I thought it wasn't possible to get any more. And the record is 41,000 or 46,000 in an hour. Everybody was just going bananas. Tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap. Unfortunately, I'm already a long-time follower. David, how lovely to have you with us. Wish I could follow again. My dear fellow, what a lovely thing to say. What I find on TikTok with the odd, you get the very odd idiot. But in general, the TikTokers are beautiful, beautiful people. There we are. Lion's mane is good for you. Ah, the CBD expert. Hello from London, Scotty. Chrissy, how are you? I saw you the other night. Was that right? You were on the other night. It's just brilliant. Like the live, though, and share it, guys. I think that's the way. Why, who are you calling an idiot? Who am I calling an idiot? Wait, let's see. Oh, you're sorting them out. How wonderful. Jamie, I wish I could. How marvellous was that? I tell you. Scotty, how's you? You need to start talking about this government and what they are doing in the country. Oh, I'll have to say no. So there you are. You need to start talking about the government and what they're doing in this country. No, Errol, I'll tell you. Everybody finds that a switch off now. If you tell the truth about the government, it's not popular, you know? So there we go from that point of view. I can tell you. Oh, my goodness me. Now, what have we got here? Oh, you've just sent a gift. Is that not lovely? Thank you very much. CBD expert. There we are. Mark says, advertise on someone's live. CBD expert says, stay safe, Scottie. Dinky-Doo. Are you sorting them out? How wonderful is that? So true, says Chrissy. You know, are you Christian? Well, I believe in a power superior to mankind, I tell you, and I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. We follow in the footsteps of the Master, so I think that's probably Christian, isn't it? I'm a man of faith. There we are. What have we got here? CBD expert. I've known Scottie since 1993. Absolutely. Stay safe. Dinky-Doo. Thank you, Chrissy. God bless you. And God bless you. No way, Scottie McCLUE, says the young team. Young team Dinky-Doo. Hi, says Thomas. Dinky-Doo. Thomas, is the football on tonight, guys? Does anybody know? We need to find out. I need to see what's what. Yes, we've got another 5 minutes. How beautiful is that? What I will do, though, if you all start sharing stuff around, looking at all the TikTok videos, and just having a really nice time, get on to the YouTube channel. You'll see it on the URL is up in the TikTok bio there. Right there. Tap it and go and subscribe, and then fill your boots with beautiful movies. I'm officially Protestant, but none should matter, live and let live. Well, Protestant, it just means that you're not of the old church. You protested, or your family protested, maybe around the 1600s even, as far back as that, and what have you, but it's all Christian. So there you are. So whether it's Protestant, whether it's Roman Catholic, because everyone's Catholic, perhaps not Roman Catholic. Scottie, my granny had you on the radio every night you were on. Young teams, we love your granny, bless her, I say. So she introduced you to my show, the Scottie McCLUE phone-in. And we've got phones as well. We quite often partner up with the YouTube, and we get the phones on the YouTube. So how are you, Unc Dinky-Doo Ska? Very nice to have you with us, Unc, I can tell you. So there we go. Now, what have we got here? You're looking well. Young teams, I thank you very much. I'm remarkable for my age when I think about it. But then we don't really know what age I actually am because of my time travelling. So I could actually be perhaps over 1 million, you know. So there we are. So if I'm looking well for 1 million. Professor Charles, how lovely to have you with us. Dinky-Doo. Dinky-Doo Prof. And welcome to Scottie McCLUE Live. 5 more minutes, everybody. Let's get you on here. I'm a Celtic man. You had me laughing more than Rabsy Nisbet did. Oh, young teams. Wonderful. Hail, hail, I say to you. So there we go. The arguments were legendary. Oh, legendary, though. Nobody has ever beaten Scottie McCLUE for audiences or in an argument. You know, very, very interesting. And thank you. Just followed you has just followed you. That's very kind of you. There's Doki. Thank you, Doki, for following. Is Oki about? Then we could be Okie dokie. That's the stuff. Ha! See what I just did there? I love that. Smilers Podcast. Very nice to have you with us, and a big Dinky-Doo to you. You hand your license back to Swansea was one. Oh, absolutely. That was the lady that phoned me. She said, I just passed my test, Scottie. Said, thanks for telling us all. We'll hand our licenses back to Swansea. A blast of the past, says Doki. Yes, and thank you for your very kind gifts, Doki. Very, very good of you and very much appreciated. I didn't want to say, I know, young teams, you're very, very diplomatic. Ah, you remember it. We used to get them all that. British Army, we salute you, British Army. Thank you for coming on. And Dinky-Doo, British Army, get on to Scottie McCLUE's movies and look up Tunes of Glory. Right? They're all on the YouTube channel. The World's Upside Down the New. Yes, it is, young teams, but it will come back the right way. Donald Trump will go in next week, And very quickly, you will see a big change in the world. Because that man is an absolute saint, I tell you. Yep. So there you go. So give it another week or two. Get the big man back in America. Get all the dafties out. And that's that. His ma's Scottish. His ma is Scottish. So Donald Trump is 50% Scots. Wow. He's one of us. He's not one of them. I remember listening to you on the radio years ago. Tony, very kind of you. There we go. I tell you. Donald Trump is 100% the best person alive, says Lewis. Lewis? Can't argue with you. Definitely Trump 2024. Brilliant. Silver tongue. I think so. That's what it's all about. Or silver tongues. Silver tongues. Donald Trump is 100% American. No such thing as 50-50. Yes, of course there's 50-50. You can have a bit of everything in you. I remember some guy laying off that he was 100% English. And they did a wee test. He spat in a cup. And they examined it and he was 65% Argentinian. I used to listen to night on the radio. How long ago was that? Well, I only came off the radio about 4, maybe 5 years ago or something like that. So we've been 32 years in radio. There we are. I tell you, we can't have Kamala. No, we're not be having Kamala. Don't panic. That's not going to happen. We're having Mr. Trump. Everybody's made up their mind. So there you go. So anyone else is just wasting their time. I'll tell you that right now for nothing. How are we doing for time here, guys? We're a bit worried. I've gone over my time. I'm over my time. I need everybody following. Can you put the word out there? The word on the street is follow Scottie McClue on TikTok at Scottie McClue. That's what we do. We follow Scottie McClue on TikTok at Scottie McClue. And I've got a bit of ground to make up because I wasn't well, so I haven't been doing all my lives as regularly as I should have done. I had a chest infection. I couldn't get my breath. So there you are, I tell you. Who we got here? Granny Milk would have loved this, mate. Rest her soul. Bless her young teams. We love Granny Milk. Born in America, you're American. You may have other countries' ancestry. Yeah, but I mean, you know, that would mean you're a bit of a Johnny-come-lately, because America's a fairly new country. So, you know, you're not necessarily, you might be an American citizen, but I'm sure Donald's very proud of his Scottish ancestry. And remember, John F. Kennedy went over to Ireland. He had a bit of Irish in him. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. So there you go. His mum was called Mary. Trump for Scotland. Good one, young teams. British Army. There we are. No. Now, Mark, this is interesting. I've heard this, that there's talk that the British Army should turn their back on Starmer when he lays his wreath, as reported. No. I've spoken to a lot of people and they said we would never turn our back on the cenotaph. Do you see where they're coming from? Yeah? Wonderful. I tell you. Pick one. The UK is going back to the EU or abolishing the monarchy. Right. I think you pick two. I think you never abolish the monarchy, because the monarchy has served us very, very well for actually about 2,347 years, if you go right back to the ancestors of Ray, the first king, who was Celtic and from Ireland. So there you go, and that's your first kind of British king. And then you've got your more modern age, you know, when you get in about 800-900, that sort of stuff. So there you are. So no. Soldiers would never, ever, ever turn their back on the cenotaph. That's what I've heard, and that makes complete sense. So there you go. You heard it here first. Abolish the monarchy, that's never going to happen. That would be for idiots. So there we are. But we could go back to the EU. The problem is, I was very against coming out of the EU because we had a seat at the big table and we got a share of the cake. But your problem is the EU that we joined was an economic union. It's become a political union. No. That's your problem. But Scotland did very well out of Europe. Oh, gosh, that long. Yes, Irene. And top journalists have argued with me, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. But you see, I've studied it in a way they haven't. And I've gone right back to 2,000 years. And we once tried to abolish the monarchy and couldn't wait to get it back. It was a shambles without them. So there you go. And they bring in fortunes, you know. So people get their heads stuffed with nonsense. Now, who have we got here? What's your thoughts on the budget at the end of the month? Well, it's not the end of the month, is it not? Tomorrow we're having it. Something like, when is the budget? There we are. I tell you. Gee, small world, I was born in Armadale and I'm now in the southeast of England. Hello. Where are you in the southeast? Tell us. Just roughly. You don't have to give us the full address. Barry, Dinky-Doo. Follow Scottie McClue. That's what we do. Feel better, Scottie. Thank you. You're very, very kind. You're spoiling me. I say to you, this is wonderful. Guys, I need another 20, 30 followers. We've had about 25, 30 since we started the show. So that's good. And we've been up now for about, how long have we been up? Been up for 36 minutes. The time flies when you're enjoying yourself. I popped up, I thought I'll pop up for a couple of minutes, say hi to everybody. I've got 4,700 likes. Everybody get tapping and get following. There's never, ever, ever an excuse for everyone on TikTok to not follow Scottie McClue. The Black Watch says, make Dinky-Doo, make. Yes, indeed. Even school nuts I'd be in my bed. School nights I'd be in my bed howling. Trump is proud of his roots. Yeah, of course he is. Be a good sentiment to the fallen. So there, he's doing nothing for our veterans. No, Mark, they're trying to kind of play it down, and it's not happening. You know what I mean? You've got to watch. Because, you don't want this country to go. James, of course I do. Absolutely lovely to hear you. Did you get invited to Alex's funeral? No, because I'm not like very close family or friends. It was just very close people that knew Alec really well. So there you have it. But there'll be a memorial service. It'll be interesting to see where that is. If you think Donald Dewar, now Donald Dewar was a Glasgow man, so his service was in Glasgow Cathedral. Very moving. And it was taken by his old friend, Douglas Alexander, the Reverend Douglas Alexander, who I remember preaching as a young man. He was outstanding. And he's the father of Douglas Alexander, the politician, and Wendy Alexander, who was also a politician, his son and daughter, very nice people, a very nice family. And Douglas took Donald Dewar's service. I remember that. So there you go. Now, who have we got here? Didn't you build a golf course in Aberdeen and totally ruin a farmer's life? You're lovely, Mr. Trump. Well, I don't know about that, but all I can tell you is where that golf course is now. I used to walk my dog on the dunes of the beach. There you go. So I know exactly all about it. Because you see, when I was Grampian television. How the hell are you, fellas? Says K.A.J. K.A.J., how lovely to have you with us on Dinky-Doo. I say to you, right, we've got things. The Black Watch are heroes. All Scottish regiments are heroes. Your top Scottish regiment would be the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, who I think are now, is it 5th Scots Balaclava Company. Balaclava with a K. Because, of course, the Thin Red Line. Balaclava in the Crimea. Oh, yes. So your top regiment, as far as I'm concerned, would be the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders. There we are. But the Black Watch, very good. Yes, indeed. And the Gordons, the Gordon Highlanders, the Cameronians, the Scottish Rifles, who sadly were disbanded in 1968. They tried to disband their Argylls as well. You've got to keep an eye on Whitehall and Westminster with the regards to Scottish regiments who have served them well for hundreds and hundreds of years. Cameronians were around in the 1600s. I was a steward at MRBI, marched with those guys in Remembrance Sunday. Wonderful, Mark. We thank you. We salute you for that. Where is... oh, yes. I'm just looking down. I've got the Glengarry sitting beside me. We don't need the Royals to say it. Sarah, what a silly, 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 uninformed thing to say. We've always needed the Royals because they are the curator and custodian of the crown. They also bring in fortunes. They're virtually self-financing, and there would never, ever, ever be any reason to get rid of the crown because it's our symbol of authority. So it's tribal, if you go way back. And of course, Scotland took over the English crown in 1603. So the crown is Scottish, and every Scot should get behind the crown right now. Then the Unionists have nothing to moan about when it comes to independence. They say, oh, I'm afraid we support the crown, so we'll be staying in the Union. So, oh, you don't need to worry about that. An independent Scotland will be 100% behind the monarchy. Come and join us. So there you go. So we do need the Royals, Sarah. So that's you informed now, because you've had your head stuffed with nonsense all your life, or you wouldn't have come out with that statement. Do you see what I'm saying? It's 30th October, which is tomorrow, the budget. Yes, absolutely. I thought that. That's what I said. But somebody was doubting me. They were going, well, we'll hear when the budget comes. I thought it's tomorrow. The monarch protects the people from corrupt politicians. Yes. The monarch can advise and warn. And what we've had recently from politicians is total disrespect for the crown. And that's very, very bad news. Once you start that, politicians come and go. Have you ever seen the film The Queen? And that was about when Diana died and Tony Blair got in as Prime Minister. And, Tony Blair got rid of the Royal Yacht. And that was an absolute act of vandalism. And, of course, it upset the Queen. And I don't know if Tony Blair understands the importance of a Royal Yacht. We are an island nation. And the Royal Yacht was elderly, but they should build another one. Because although she carried the Royals on holidays and things like that, cruises, Charles and Diana went on their honeymoon in Britannia. She was built in John Brown's, launched on the 16th of April, 1953. So wonderful. Just before the coronation. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And she was a brilliant ship. She doubled up as a hospital ship. And she also, very, very importantly, was a floating diplomatic palace for Britain. So, like Charles and Camilla, the King and Queen, the Majesties, have just returned from Australia. And with one or two, indigenous or saying they were Indigenous Australians, shouting and bawling at them. So rude. So rude. You know what I mean? We all know the setup and what. We don't need all that. Anyway, Britannia could have either taken them there or met them there, and then they could have got all your top diplomats on board Britannia. So she's effectively British territory. It's a very, very good, wonderful setup. And of course, Tony Blair, politics of envy, happening for years. In fact, I can go back to Manny Shinwell, Lord Shinwell, very envious of wealthy people, ploughed up the gardens of Wentworth Woodhouse near Rotherham in South Yorkshire. And he didn't realise just how important these gardens were to the community and how important the Fitzwilliam family were to the community. He just saw that they owned mines, they were very rich, therefore they needed taken down a peg or two. Dreadful. Politics of envy. Dangerous. Because the monarch protects the people from corrupt politicians. So there you go, Man in Black. You've got it absolutely spot on. Follow us as soon as you can, because the monarch could actually dissolve Parliament because it is His Majesty's government and His Majesty's opposition. And he does invite whoever the incumbent of the post of First Lord of the Treasury is, because Prime Minister is actually a courtesy title. The real title for that job is First Lord of the Treasury. And if you're ever in Downing Street, you used to be able to just walk up and down Downing Street. I've got a picture of me with a quid, holding a quid outside the Chancellor of the Exchequer's house at number 11 Downing Street. Nobody bothered in those days, but now, you know, as usual, the minority dictate to the majority. And that's your problem. So you can't really wander up and down Downing Street. But the letterbox on the door is engraved, heavily engraved, big brass letterbox that says First Lord of the Treasury. So I would imagine the Chancellor of the Exchequer is the second Lord of the Treasury. Am I right? I tell you, get looking it up. Holyport, Maidenhead, countryside, it's lovely, quiet lanes. I know Maidenhead very, very well, Mark. Beautiful. Come off at the Winnersh Triangle. Yes, indeed. What year did you give up the radio again, big chap? Probably 2018, 2019, that sort of stuff, I tell you. Who have we got here? Guys, I need another 10, 20 followers. Everybody get following if you haven't followed us. Up to the top, get following. Near Glen Eagles, I thought it was. What was near Glen Eagles? What was near Glen Eagles? Evening, Mr. McClue. Evening, Papa G. Some good Scottish regiments in Northern Ireland over the years. Of course, Joshua. And the Argylls were actually very popular. Although there was the murder of some young Argylls that were lured. They were lured into some barn. But, you know, the Argylls, outstanding regiment. Colin Mitchell, marvellous stuff. Colin Mitchell in Aden. If you go through Scottie McClue's YouTube shorts, if you know YouTube well, then you go to Scottie McClue Talk Show and get subscribing. And I've put up beautiful movies. You'll never need to watch telly again. That's you free of television. Because if you're anything like me, I have scrolled. I know we say we don't scroll and troll on here, but I have scrolled through my telly, and there's sometimes nothing out of about 300 channels, nothing I want to see. So if you go to Scottie McClue's YouTube channel, you'll see the movies. Pick one, watch them. Pick them all, because they're chosen by me, especially for you. All right? So there we go. Tobermory, Mark, we love it. I know it well. Yes, Middle Bray, Back Bray, Prison Bray, the Pier, McBrains. So there we go. Papa G, I have heard, but I'm not going to comment on that. Scottie, thoughts on Braveheart and Wallace? Well, Wallace was a brave heart. Bruce and Wallace, I tell you. What do you make of the education system, Scotland, compared to the Dominions? Well, no young teams. Scotland still is very much ahead in education. You'll have unionists trying to talk it down because for the last, 18 years that we've had the Scottish government looking after education. It's devolved. But the Scottish Education Department, that was the place to be. I thought it was only the Stone of Scone that's Schottish. What do you mean? The Stone of Scone was used to crown Robert the Bruce in 1306. Wow. Now you are talking. I tell you. Who have we got, guys? More followers, please. Hi, how are you? Dinky-Doo H. How lovely. See, I can't say too much about the English Queen. Well, it's not the English Queen, it's the British Queen. Because Scotland took over the crown in 1603. So the crown is effectively Scottish, but it takes in the English crown. And I think the Irish crown. The founder of Sinn Féin was Arthur Griffiths, is that right? He was a great monarchist. He was very keen. You see, you've got to watch. Sometimes you'll get your head stuffed with nonsense. There's Eamon, Dinky-Doo. Hector Brockleback. I do mind, Hector. Do you read comments, Scottie? I do, Papa G. I've just read yours. Thank you for my hat and moustache, Jay. I tell you. There we go. A hat and moustache in the gallery. Mark, your point being, says Papa G, there's Debbie has just sent me a red rose. Isn't that beautiful? I tell you. How are we doing, Mr. McClue, this fine evening? Oh, we're excellent. I can tell you. You're well informed, Scottie. Papa G, we have to be. I would be failing the people if I was not well informed. Who's just sent me a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift? There we are. Hi, I'm from John O'Groats. We love it. How lovely of you to come on here from John of the Groots. And what was a groat? It was fourpence, wasn't it? I miss Scott FM. Yeah, I know we all do. That was Scotland's finest radio hour, Scott FM. We loved it. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. Scottie used to teach me years ago, top guy, an even better teacher. Look, what a lovely, lovely thing to say. I thoroughly enjoyed my time in education. And I met such wonderful, clever, intelligent young people. And if anybody ever attacks young people, I send them. I give them a flea in their ear. Have you ever heard that? When I send them packing. If they come on, they go, the young people nowadays. I say, do you know any young people? I say, because I actually used to teach them. And they're outstanding. Do you know what I mean? Yes, indeed. All the years I taught, never a problem. Scottie, thoughts on Braveheart and Sir William Wallace? Well, poor old William Wallace, they hanged him. They took him down to London. They hanged him. They drew him, pulled his limbs off, quartered him, and cut his head off and put it on a spike. And I love the fact that apparently his lips moved and he said, okay, I get it. You're upset. Amazing. We're listening, son. A Scottish hen and an Englishman. Okay, son. Pauline, how lovely to have you with us. Absolutely. A Scottish hen. That's the saying. It's going to make us a wee cup of tea, hen. I won't give you the answer that some of our today's modern ladies say it back to them. Which beautiful movies are we talking about? Papa G, go and see. What you do is you get your telly up and you go, Alexa, play Scottie McClue talk show on YouTube. And she goes, getting that for you. And then I come up and you choose a movie from my channel. And we're talking the finest movies. Have to give it a look-see. TV's terrible, Jay. I don't think... that's why I've set up the YouTube channel in the way it's set up. Because there's nothing on TV, and I say, come to Scottie McClue. I'll give you... I choose. I sit and I choose my movies that I've collected for years. Oh, yes, thank you. Who gave me that? What was that? Beautiful. So you get on there and you'll see them. Scotland for Trump. Evening, Scotty boy. Declan. How lovely to have you. Dinky-Doo. I say to you. Now, more followers, guys. Get following. Come on. Nobody in this planet who has access to TikTok has an excuse not to follow Scottie McClue. Now, I know that millions upon millions have seen my TikToks. But we've only got about, I can't remember what it is, I think it's about 30,000 followers. So what's going on there? Why have we not got millions of followers? I saw somebody the other day who had 1 billion likes. 1 billion likes. Dinky-Doo, my friend, Dinky-Doo Lee. Thank you for all your lovely gifts, guys. Cheers for ignoring. Okay, Connor, don't ignore me again. All right. There we have it now. Just sent a gift, you beautiful people. Interesting, just Googled the Bruce. Says he didn't betray Wallace. He just followed the film, eh? Yeah, he'd be watching. Must fly. Enjoy the show, Scotty. Papa G, bless you. Loved a bit of Hector and Scott FM. Oh, yes. I was 15 in 1994, says Lee, in the car with my pals, and you were on the radio, and we just left. I tell you, have a look on there, get on the Dead Poets Society. I haven't got that one as yet, but I have seen it. Do you think Trump will win? Oh, I would have thought without a doubt. There's no reason for him not to win. Do you know what I mean? There's no reason for him not to win. So, for goodness sake, you know, I mean, there is no alternative, put it that way. Didn't you work at Bothwell Road in the old Starbuck building? Yes, I did. I tell you, so there we go. There's Paulo says, R.I.P. Alex Salmon. Thank you, Paulo. Of course, bless Alex. Lovely, lovely guy, and did so much wonderful work for Scotland. Guys, I'm going to have to dash. Can you all get following? Look at all the TikTok videos. Go onto the YouTube channel. Subscribe. Watch all the movies. And then we'll discuss them next time I pop up. I love you guys. Mwah! So lovely to see you. And Dinky-Doo, I tell you.